he gets it, and he's going to provide you guys with a different perspective, and one that I think again is just so applicable to you guys and to where you are right now, and to where you want to go. And so please, please, please sit back, chill, relax for the next hour, and just watch us move, watch our energy, and listen to what we have to say. Because again, we've both been through some things, and they have helped shape us. And we've taken all the highs and lows and allowed it to make us into who we are today. We don't shy away from anything that we've been through or our past, but rather we allow that to propel us in the present. And we know the future is going to take care of itself. We're not even concerned about that too much, because we know all we can do is lay the bricks today. We're going to focus on today. We're going to do hard work, dedication today, and we're going to focus on consistency. Because if you want to chop down a big tree, it's one head at a time, baby. It's one head at a time. Boom. As perfect as you can. Next day, boom. As perfect as you can. And that builds and that builds. And ultimately, that big tree comes down. And then guess what? There's another big tree behind it. Boom. You start chopping on that thing. So again, take everything we say and figure out how you can apply it to you. Because I truly think that the fundamentals, the basics, the principles that we're going to go over today are applicable to every human being. Because we tend to overcomplicate things and think that our situation is just different and there's no way out and all the doors are locked. But you can do some basic fundamental principles, and those are the unlocks to life. Those are really the keys. And once you get the keys, you can unlock any door. So anyway, without any further ado, let me introduce my man, the legend, Chris Boudreaux. What's up, dog? What's up? What's up? What's up?
I appreciate that.
Of course, man. Of course.
What's up, friends?
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Briefly, quickly, we will tell everybody where you're from, how you got out here, and just a bit of like who you are, and again, how you found yourself in LA in October of 2022. But give me a little history, little backstory of how you got here.
All right, cool. So yeah, my name is Chris Boudreau. My family comes from Louisiana, but I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. A little different as a kid. So I played football my entire life, and then I ended up going to JC, went to Palomar College. Was headed there with a lady friend of mine, and we ended up splitting ways. And I didn't necessarily know anybody out there. I knew that Palomar College was a ranked school football program, so I knew I had to stay there if I wanted to actually go for my dream. And so yeah, I ended up just staying there. Me and her split. I didn't have anywhere to live, so I ended up living out of my car and couch surfing with some random people from the team that I didn't necessarily know, but I kind of just, got my way in there with some friends, and they let me crash on their couch, shower and stuff. But in those moments of having absolutely nothing, no time to get a job because of football and school and everything, so having no money, I really found myself, because I feel like when you have absolutely nothing and when you're on the ground, that's when you can either decide to play victim or get up and be a man and just accept the challenge. And that's what I feel like I leaned into is I don't have anything. I have no money. I have no car. But what I do have is football. So I'm going to give everything I have to football. I'm going to get everything. And I'm talking like I did everything I possibly could for football. When everyone else was playing Madden and chilling after practice, I was going and running sprints, 1440s with 2 parachutes on my back and stretching and running home. They'd all be smoking and hanging out. That's when I'd hit my playbook and start to really read my plays and understand what it is that I needed to understand the next day and be a step ahead of the next person. So I really just look at it like that. And then I ended up getting a Division I scholarship to Nevada Wolfpack. Played there with Colin Kaepernick, got a ring, won the WAC championship, got picked up by the Niners in 2012, was released shortly after there once my knee gave out. Then from there, I went to San Jose SaberCats. Knee acted up again, and that's when I was like, all right, I'm done with football. And I had to ground myself and figure out happiness of life and what that meant to me. And I kind of just sat with it. And, being truthfully and honest, I spiraled down, hit the bottle for a good 6 months. And then, God came into my life through an angel, and he told me some things. And it was a random stranger that I've never met before. And somehow, some way, he was able to pierce my armor and get in. And I woke up and I was like, all right, what do I want to do? Well, I loved theater growing up, and I want to get back to my roots of theater. So came out to LA, and then I started auditioning, fell right on my face, failed at auditioning constantly. Then I found Playhouse West, a really good school out here, and then I found Amy Linden, a really good booking coach. And I was doing Playhouse West and Amy Linden. I was doing 2 days and 3 days, so 5 days a week for about 2 years. And that's when I was walked into my current agency by my teacher, Amy Linden, and I signed with them theatrically. And then I started booking co-stars, booked some guest stars, booked Lionsgate Film, and I'm just I'm in the trenches. So I'm enjoying where I'm at in life. I have two beautiful kids, a lovely lady, and yeah, I just find gratitude being here. So I appreciate y'all taking the time and sharing some space with us.
I mean, come on, chat. Come on, man. That's a dog right there. That's my dog right there. Good stuff, bro.
I appreciate that.
Hell of a story. Man, I think time and time again, it's really cool, and I'm grateful that you guys allow me to share with you my friends and my dogs, because I don't have many, but the few that I have shared with you guys, I mean, a lot of that I didn't even know. But when we crossed paths a year or so ago, maybe two, his energy and his gratitude was just immense, and dare I say, it's grown even more. And I think that as winners, and I say that humbly, your gratitude does continue to grow in life, and it's not through the giant finish lines and prizes that the world may say you need in order to have that feeling. I think it's just through the day-to-day.
Yeah.
I think it's through the workouts. I think it's through the sunshine. And it almost does become the little things.
It's doing the stuff that you don't want to do necessarily.
Yeah.
But leaning into that hard stuff and knocking it out.
Yeah. In which some people find mundane or trivial.
Yeah.
We take pride in that process.
Yeah.
And even earlier, you were reading The Man in the Arena.
Yeah, that's real.
It's so real, man. It's my favorite quote.
Because you are what you're doing when no one's watching.
Yeah.
So, if you can wake up and accept that challenge that you don't want to go necessarily work out, or you don't want to go do that thing, but you still go do it.
Yeah.
When you leave that thing, you are just electrified. You're just like, man, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. And people ask me a lot on here, how do you get more confidence? I think that's how you do it. I think it's through the actions. I think it's through the laying of the bricks day in, day out. It's through the consistency that breeds the confidence, because you know what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
You know how you're built, regardless of, what the world may try to quickly classify you as. You know when no one was watching the work you did.
Exactly.
And that's everything.
That's everything, because greatness requires sacrifice. So the more the sacrifice, the more you're going to get greatness. There
you go. Cool. They can hear us regardless of if we're far or close.
No.
I'm going to start, just so you guys know, just so y'all know, it's a push day. So we have bench. We have some shoulder love in there. And then we're going to finish it off with some triceps. So yeah, that's my standard push day. Usually I'll prioritize one versus the other. Today it's slightly prioritizing chest. Then we go into shoulders, and then we'll do triceps. My second push day of the week, I'll probably flip that, prioritize slightly shoulders. Secondary will be chest, and then we'll go into triceps. But anyway, that's the gist. We're just going to keep chatting as we go. I'm going to start with just the bar. So how do you typically warm up? What do you like to do? Or let's even back it up even more. What's your standard split? So I do legs push pull off. So I lift 6 days a week, take 1 day off. It's scheduled for Saturday, but if I have a 14-hour day on set or something, then I'll take that day off and lift on Saturday. So I have a built-in off day. I use it where I need it. If ideally everything goes smooth, it is reserved for Saturdays. But again, I move it around. Legs push pull off. What is your typical split currently?
Legs push pull is pretty much the standard of where I'm at as well. And then the next days I kind of roll with it. But I really tried to find myself going to the gym and figuring out and feeling what I don't want to lift. You know what I mean? Because I feel like my mind is creating that shortcut to it doesn't want to go there. And if I haven't lifted a certain muscle within 48 hours, I really attack that muscle. And I try to focus on just that. So if it's legs push pull, I try to find those exercises in there, those 5 sets of each. And I try to get in a cycle of those 3. and then I jump off those three and find a new three, but I'll rotate the cycle. So whatever I started with, I'll put that at the end. Whatever the middle one, I'll bring it up to the front. Yeah. So I kind of keep it inspirational and like what's the word? Improv.
Yeah.
I improv a lot of it, but once I find the three that I'm gonna hit, I exhaust them.
And that would be the 3 body parts you're gonna hit, or the 3 exercises?
3 body parts. And then so my 3 body parts, I'll find 3 different exercises in that moment, and I'll do a cycle of those 3. And I normally get to 5, 6 sets, and then I'll find 3 more exercises. Make sense?
Yeah.
Keep it in that.
Yeah. Copy you. Stand here-ish. Love gym streams. Thank you so much. Hey, let's go, Green. What up, Queen? Let's go, Aaron. 25 months. Let's go. Have you ever had any injuries throughout your lifting? Not football or anything else, but like, have you ever gotten hurt in the gym training?
Yeah. I tore this interior right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tore that when I was benching on pro day for 225. I got up to I was like 27 or 28.
Oh my gosh, bro!
I tied the NCAA record that year with I think it was 29 or 30. My final count. They didn't count a couple of them because they weren't locked out, but I think my final number was like 29 of 225. That was back when I played football. I don't lift like that no more.
What were you weighing at that time?
208.
What do you weigh now?
180.
Strength wise, obviously, then is it's hard to compare. But walking around every day wise, which weight do you find?
180 for sure. Because if you think about it, like if you're not lifting for a sport, then you're lifting for something else. What's that something else? It's how other people can conceive, like take you in, right?
Right.
Which is ego. Which is not yourself, right? So if I try to focus on what does my body want? My body wants mobility, wants ability, wants strength. So I try to focus on stretching. I try to focus on exhausting the muscle rather than trying to pump the muscle. Just like let me load this up and do 3. You know what I mean? That doesn't do anything for me. But I'd rather put this on and do 25, slow and controlled. And let my body just actually feel it and deal with it. You know?
Yeah.
So I try to focus on that now rather than what I used to do.
Do you find that you are able to stay more conditioned? And I'll define conditioned for those of you who perhaps are slightly newer to lifting or don't know that term in regards to bodybuilding. Conditioned is like how lean or how ripped you are. In the bodybuilding world, if you were competing, they'd say, oh, he came in with great condition. So condition is like leanness. Do you find that it helps you, or do you find that it's easier to stay in better condition through the way you train now opposed to doing heavy triples?
Yeah, I do. Because I feel like when you're doing the heavy stuff, you're so starving all day, and you have to, like, I can eat a giant, large chicken bowl, brown rice, vegetables, and an hour later I have to eat again. And that's kind of like nerve-wracking. You know, because all day you're just eating and eating and eating, but you don't satisfy that hunger. So now, you know, I can be this lean figure that I am, but I can wake up and fast for 5-6 hours, just drinking water, and then I can lift, and then I can have a protein shake, and then I eat or drink from then for the next 2 hours until I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that is what's the word? It's more homeostasis for me. It's like more neutral for me. Yeah.
Love that. You want to hit this for? I too, I'll stand on this side. I too absolutely love intermittent fasting. I don't necessarily abide by any tight restrictive window. And maybe restrictive isn't even the proper word there. It may just be, it works for your schedule that you like having that structure. So yeah, let's substitute restrictive with more structured. Because for some people having that window, they need that. For me, I quite prefer to just push that first meal back. I find that it allows my first 2 to 3 hours to be more grounded and focused and centered, opposed to feeling, you know, slightly more lethargic and slower. And eating from someone who has been bulking for the past few months, it's such a chore and such a job. And I actually perform and just live better off not just force feeding myself. My body really doesn't love that. So I too, again, abide by a level of intermittent fasting. How much water do you drink a day?
How much water?
Yeah, do you drink? Are you a big water drinker? Do you drink?
Huge. I love alkaline water. I think that's the only water that we should drink, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's what you're drinking here now, yeah?
Yeah, that's alkaline water. Yeah.
And so how did you stumble upon that? And why is that superior? Because that's something that I really I've seen other people do, but I don't really know the science behind it.
Yeah. It was back in the day, probably it was my senior year. This guy named Kyle Harrison. He was a really big lacrosse player. He's on the United States lacrosse team.
Yeah.
He came into town just to teach us some stuff and play with us, and he brought it up. He brought up alkaline water and just how it's, 2 glasses of alkaline water is like 5 glasses of your regular
No way.
water. Yeah. It's just, and you notice it right when you drink it, and you're supposed to drink it warm, not cold, because your body has to warm up the water before it hydrates, because it has to bring it up to 98 degrees, and then it hydrates you. So if you skip that, you'll be hydrated faster. So if you drink 2 cups of warm alkaline water, you'll pee 15 minutes later.
Wow.
And now you just do that while you wake up, and you just get that completely flushed. So by the time you go into your day, you feel more grounded. You feel more less lethargic, like you were saying. And you're already hydrated. Your skin feels it. Your joints feel it. Everything feels it, So
what is it about the alkalinity that makes it different?
The pH levels?
The pH level.
Yeah, the pH levels. So like that one's like 9.8. Your regular like filter water, probably from the fridge, is maybe like somewhere in the 3s or 4s. And then your other filtered water is probably in the 6s and 7s. So that one's just like a step up, it's just higher. And you can tell right away. If you drink that and then you drink a regular bottle of water, you'll see that one makes you go to the bathroom immediately. You have to go pee.
No way.
Yeah, it hydrates you super fast.
Dude, what a hack. There's no filter that you could buy that produces that, or
there is for sure.
There is.
There is, yeah. And you could put them on your sink. I think they're super expensive.
Yeah.
You can also get like the alkaline, I don't know the correct word, it's like making it, like you put it out back and it's like a generator style.
Yeah.
I don't know the correct terminology or wordings, but they do make those, but they're just super anywhere from $3 to $10 grand.
Okay.
Yeah. But long-term wise, it's just worth it.
Yeah. Interesting. Alkaline filter system. Oh wow.
How much is it?
I mean, this one on Amazon is only $300.
Was that for like the actual one that's like pumping it out, or do you have to like fill it up and stuff?
I mean, this looks like a freaking Breaking Bad, bro.
Yeah, that's like a miniature version of it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. See, like that's what I'm talking about. The whole house water one. That one's like, what's that? 22?
Yeah, 2,300.
Yeah.
Look at that. But you're saying that. Let me hide my face. Look, that's Breaking Bad right there, dude.
Yeah.
But you find that for you, do you just buy like a pack of what is that? A Essentia?
Oh yeah. So I do. I go to a water store by me, and I have 4 gallons, and I fill those up. 4 gallons of alkaline water. It ain't too bad. It's like what is it, like $40? Yeah, like $40 every time I go. But that water will last me like 5-7 days, and we just run through it at my house. Me and my lady drinks it. My 2 kids drink it. We run through it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, a little hack too. If you don't have alkaline water, but you have that filter water, you can squeeze a couple lemons in there, and that'll get you more alkalized water in that present moment.
Really? It raises the pH.
Yeah, the lemon does. The lemon does, yeah.
So that's like the poor man's
little ghetto trick. Little ghetto trick, bro. We got those ghetto tricks now, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, we love it. Bro, that's so interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to give that a try. Fortunately for me, I do like room temp water.
Oh, good.
I actually prefer it.
Because you're probably in tune with your instrument, man.
Yeah.
No, real stuff. That's what it is. Because you drink cold water, your body has to heat it up.
Yeah, I actually quite prefer room temp. Like whenever I'm on set, they always will have like a cold water on our chair, and I always ask if I can just get a room one.
Yeah, man. Me too. If it's really cold, I'll actually add the hot water to it to try and balance it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd that 135 feel?
It was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really nice, like, control, too.
Yeah.
I love that your plates don't move.
Yeah.
You know? The little things. What we got over here? Granite isn't horrible for a filter. No, it's not, honestly. Especially when you're investing in water, it's not that bad. You want to add some?
I added quarters.
All right, cool.
So this is 185. We haven't done that yet. Do you usually do bench press or not?
I do dumbbell.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't do barbell really anymore.
When's the last time you did barbell? Wow.
Couldn't even tell you. I don't think anytime this year, honestly.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
It's I like the dumbbells just because I can go isolation, you know?
100%.
I can go back and forth.
Yeah.
Left to right, slow.
Yeah.
But I like the slow down, power up.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
And power up, you know?
Yeah. What up, Elaine? Abby, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you guys for just hanging out, vibing. Again, Chris Boudreau. And that's proper pronunciation.
Yep, Boudreau.
Boudreau, let's go, baby. Cool. That felt decent.
Feels great.
We'll throw on a 10.
Yeah.
And then we'll just kind of keep working from there.
Dope.
Yeah, I love that. We're gonna do that one next. That's hammer. So that is that unilateral.
Yeah.
But I enjoy barbell every now and then.
I mean, if I had this space, I would. Too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have this type of space.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you
come out here at bench?
Do you train at your house or do you go to a gym or both?
Yeah, so I have a really nice apartment that's has a really nice gym at the bottom. It's like one of those places, you know, that has like the heated pool, the nice gym, the rooftop stuff. You know, those the nice amenities.
Yeah.
So the gym is really nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it has Stairmaster, rower.
All you need.
Yeah, it has everything that I love doing.
Yeah.
And the Stairmaster's always open.
Yeah.
The ellipticals and the walking's always taken. We were talking earlier about how just like if you go to the gym and you see the hard exercise machines, they're always open. But the bench is always taken, the curls are always taken. The stuff that everyone enjoys doing is always taken, but the stuff that's a little bit harder, always open. So I love that. You're popping that out. That's nice. What are you weighing right now?
Probably, bro. When I was like bulking, I was probably like 190.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. And I just couldn't. I couldn't keep that food intake that was required.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Too much. So realistically now, I've probably dropped back down to like 175.
Nice. Is that home for you?
My new home.
Yeah, nice.
When I first started the show, we were all in high school.
Oh, yeah.
So I stayed around 165.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's natural, too, at high school, though, right?
Yeah.
165, that's pretty, like, spot on.
Yeah. So I have been working hard to bulk over the past few months. And I think maybe 175, 177.
Yeah, that's nice, man. That's like solid weight.
Yeah.
Looks good on you, too. It doesn't look too, too forced or too big or, you know. It looks natural on you.
Yeah.
Looks real good.
Hey, thank you so much, Cody. Appreciate you, dog. Hope life is good, man. Thank you for the 31. Love you, Riley. Thank you for the gift. So you are, did you do about 8 there? 6 to 8?
No, I did about 5.
5?
Yeah. Definitely weak on the barbell.
Okay, perfect. So this is a good.
This is nice. Yeah, I like this. And I'm not trying to bang them out. I'm trying to go slow as I can. You know.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll take these pump covers off perhaps before the workout is over. But you can just check out his Instagram, which is I
am Chris Boudreau.
I am Chris Boudreau. But absolutely, like, shape is phenomenal.
Thanks, man.
And I think it's important for any young lifters out there to see that. And this is only 205. Now, granted, we could do more, but
it's not about that.
It's not about that.
Yeah, it's not about that.
And as a young lifter, it is about that.
Because of ego.
Because of ego.
And
then also, if you are training specifically for sport,
yeah, then it makes sense.
Then it makes sense.
It makes sense for sure. But if you're not playing a sport and it's for looking, well, look wise, you don't need to like.
You don't need
it all
to,
that. You don't need
and it's so counterproductive. And you can get away with it for a year or 2 or 10, but it does catch up, and the benefits just don't even come close to outweighing the cons of that type of training and lifting. It has such a wear and tear on your body with really minimal gain.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times I get asked how much you bench.
Yeah.
Verse, I've never been asked this as long as I've lifted. What tempo do you lift at? So what's your like concentric and eccentric, like how do you tempo that out? I've never been asked that. But as you see us in practice and principle, we are slowly controlling that negative. If it helps you to time it out 2-3 seconds on the eccentric, aka the negative portion, so lowering the weight, and then concentric, or in this case, the pushing, that can still be powerful and explosive. But there are so many benefits to that slow negative.
Yeah.
We just did 205. We're going to do it again. Yeah? Okay, cool. Alkaline water. What a hack, bro.
Yeah, man. It's pretty different once you if I run out of the 4 gallons and I have like a gap in my day where I don't have the alkaline water and I'm drinking just normal, filtered water, completely tell the difference. The joints, my skin, everything, honestly. You can totally tell that your body is not hydrated like it normally is. So it's pretty amazing just the gift of water, like it can actually make a difference in your day and everything that you're trying to, strive for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That felt so good, dude.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think controlling the weight, if possible, just feels
You feel
nice.
it, right?
Yeah. It feels
yeah.
different than the more explosive stuff. I did 8, up to you, whatever you hit. What up, Kaylee? What up, Allie? What up, Lily? I already been following him since before I saw him on here. Yo, that's awesome. Yeah, man, he's dope. He is dope. What'd you get there?
Just 5.
Cool.
I feel like I'm focused on the negative a lot,
Yeah.
Just to really go slow on the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's amazing too. Like if you don't lift straight bar, that strength kind of leaves. You know what I mean?
Yes, bro.
It for sure does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the dumbbells, like I feel like just when you're able to go so slow and wide, and then like go like isolations.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such a home for me. And I don't really go above 55s. I kind of just stay right at 55.
No way.
Yeah, I don't really go above.
Again, y'all, I think it's so interesting for you to see and hear the different principles. I would have guessed way more than 55 pounds. Again, once you see his physique, you'll be like, you're kidding me, right? But you're literally seeing how we do it, how we lift.
Yeah. Slow and controlled, man. Slow and controlled will win the day.
Slow and controlled wins the day. And I think, again, we can broaden that, expand that in life. I've said this so many times, man. It's consistency over intensity.
Yeah.
It's not, everybody wants it now. And it's such a long game. And truly, I think you build the biggest house brick by brick, slowly, day by day. And it's not the flashiest thing, but in the process, you're going to build so much confidence because you didn't get it handed to you. But rep by rep, we're completing what is prescribed. Expand it. Day by day, hopefully, you are completing your goals and your dreams. And, a whiteboard guy. Don't worry about what's on here. I know you can't read it. It's not about that. This may be where you are in life right now, but you may want to be at the end because this is the prize. This is the fame. This is the fortune. Just focus on doing daily what you need to get done. You will get there. Everybody wants to know how they go from first exercise to last rep. And workouts don't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. Goals and dreams don't work that way. Relationships don't work that way. Everything that's good takes time, and everything that is great takes even more time. And I really hope you guys, again, fall in love with the process that is life, that is the gym, that is your goals and dreams, that is your relationships, that is your friendships, that is your business ships. Enjoy the process. We were even talking about that before the stream, how you that's what you look forward to every day.
Yeah. The challenges.
Yeah.
The small challenges, the big ones, just leaning into them, and accepting whatever feelings are there telling you that it doesn't want to do it. Prime example of what I really try to preach to people, and I've been on this for 2 years now, and I've never missed a morning. It's something that I'm very I'm proud of, because I don't necessarily give myself the credit sometimes, or I don't give myself a hug. I feel like I should always do better. But cold showers in the morning are huge for your day, because the second I wake up, and I've been doing this consistently for 2 years, started like around August of COVID. So yeah, about a little over 2 years. The second I wake up, my brain is telling me why I should get in a hot shower, why I'm stiff. I should get in a hot shower. I should stretch. I can take a cold shower later. And I just understand that that's my brain trying to get out of that place that it's going to be uncomfortable. So then I go straight to the cold shower. I accept that those feelings are there. I get in the cold shower. And then once the water hits me, I realize that the anticipation of the cold shower was actually worse than the cold shower. So we create the stress by looking too far into the future. If we just stay in the present, everything's easy. Just accept that the feelings are there. Accept that your system's going off saying, I don't want to do this. I should do this. Yeah, I get you. I see you. I know you're there. That doesn't matter, though. We're still going to do the task that we said we were going to do because we want to be great today. That's what I try to lean into, man. You know what I mean?
That part. Man, that's good. Man, that's good. Yeah, there's no need to even, nothing needs to be said upon that. That is what it is. Run it back. I often say the anticipatory anxiety is what halts and stops and paralyzes us before we even get to the moment.
Exactly.
And it's such a killer.
It is, man. It takes you out of the present moment.
Yeah. Fear of
future.
Fear of future.
Fear of the future.
Of made up future.
Made up future that you're doing it. The cold shower is not that bad.
Yeah.
That's why I say to start your day that way, because once you do it and you're in there, you're like, oh, that wasn't even bad. I'm chilling. Like, I'm cool. You'll do a little bit of this and and it's gone. And you're like, wow, from my bed to here was way worse than here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I say start your day that way, just to get yourself understanding that whatever comes that day, you're fine.
Yeah.
Just breathe, relax. It'll organically work itself out.
Whatever comes that day, you're fine. Just breathe, relax, and organically it will work itself out. That's brilliant, and that is life to a T. That is life to a T, man.
Yeah, man, that's what it is, bro. Super simple things like that. The little things that make such a big change in the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I love finding, dude.
Yeah. When did you, and you can hit another one if you want, or if you don't, I can hop in there. When did you find this? I mean, I'm sure it's been a journey, but I think over the past 2 or 3 years, I've matured more than I had in the previous 5 years. So in half the time, I've matured more than before. Do you think that comes with age? Do you think that comes with experience? How long have you kind of felt like I get it now? When did that happen for you?
Yeah, no, that's spot on, bro. That's a great question what you just asked. I went to a drama school called Playhouse West, and the number one rule in there is you have to be truthful, 100% truthful. Not ego, like nothing, just truthful. If you want to be a great actor, you have to be 100% truthful in these walls that we will show you. And what they're showing you is who you are. And when I saw who I was driven by ego. I was ego. I was all about what people thought of me. I was all about, I need them to think I am this. Once I erased that and I started realizing, no, I don't want to do great things for other people. I want to do great things because I love doing great stuff. It's fun. So once I started to realize, like, okay, I don't need to have an ego because I don't need anybody. I don't. I have a beautiful lady. I have kids. I have art that I love doing. There's nothing that I need. And then I read the book, The Warrior Within by Bruce Lee. He talks about once you get rid of the need in life and you're just acceptance of life, you're flowing like life, like water, then you're free and you can do whatever you want. So I feel like once I realized like, okay, I'm an egotistical person, I understood it, and I didn't shy away from it, accepted it, cried a lot, journaled a lot, but I broke through that barrier of understanding, okay, how can I just be myself, my natural self, and not care if anyone thinks, well, I could do this, I could do breath work, I could do writing, I could do these little things. So I started doing that. And then, yeah, the book Warrior Within really helped me. But I feel like it's just being honest, dude. Be really truthful. And from then on out, like you'll start to see what you like, what you don't like, what you want to pursue, what you don't want to pursue, what you care for, what you don't care for.
Yeah.
And then I think, things in career, relationships, love, everything starts to really blossom because you're being your full self.
Yeah.
Your full real self. And that's what the world wants, right?
Yeah.
What do they say in actor? We just want to see you, the real you, because there's only one of you, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's how it translates in life too. Not even just for acting, for anything.
Yeah.
You could bring your full self, but you have to be honest, truthful, work on it, and daily practice.
Yeah. Daily practice. Let's not. I know it was the last two words, and there was so much to unpack there. So important. You gotta. We started it with it. You gotta get that axe ready and hit every day. It's so important to get great at anything. Requires so much devotion, so much consistency. You guys hear me say hard work, dedication. The hard work, dare I say, is the easy part. It's easy to go work hard. Can you do it tomorrow and the next day? It may have been Bruce Lee that said this, I fear not the man who practices 10,000 kicks in a day, but who practices one kick for 10,000 days. It's the consistency that really gets you where you need to go. It's the brick by brick. And I really hope you guys, I know it seems like redundant in a way, but maybe I'm just being consistent in a way. Maybe I'm just swinging that axe.
That's the real message, though, man.
That's the real message.
That's the real message. 100%.
Yeah. And again, I don't think you can find that truth, that true you, without great and grand self-awareness, without the auditing that I practice and I preach to you guys 24/7. You have to constantly audit your actions, your surroundings, your friends. You cannot always play victim to your quote-unquote circumstances. It's very easy to write off things as not in your cards. And you guys know I made a TikTok about it. Cool, go grab a new deck. You can be the victor in life. You can win. But it requires these things that we're talking about. And again, the last two words he said in that whole great unfolding was daily practice. You have to attack it every day. And you got to show up every day, and you got to practice these things every day.
You want to do a burnout?
Sure, with what?
Just that one play, yeah?
Perfect.
Cool.
I'll let you lead.
Cool.
So we're stripping from 205 down to 135. We're just gonna rep out and just get some blood volume into the muscles before we move on to the next exercise. Now, even though he's doing a burnout, he's still doing slow, controlled. He's not just tearing through them. He's still going by the same tempo that he was when we were doing our working sets. We've just cut the weight. And again, we are like trying to fully fatigue the muscle without changing the tempo, the rep speed, anything. Just drop the weight and then just go till you can't. And dare I say, this is a much safer way to lift. I would rather burn out with a lighter weight than max out with a heavier one, especially for longevity. Greg, Lexi, Jennifer, Mighty Mo, thank you for the follow. The dedication is hard if it's not something you are used to. Yeah. I mean, I think anything that you're not used to is the new mountain, is the new challenge, is the new obstacle. It's unknown. You may have never gone through it before. But it's in that process that you find out what you can get through. And again, as we talked about earlier, typically we'll discount our own abilities before we even get into the action. And that goes back to the anticipatory anxiety that we create. It goes back to the cold shower that we're like, I'll do it later today. It doesn't make that big of a difference. It's not even about the cold shower. It's not even about the pain that it feels. That whole thing, to me, and there is some science, of course, behind the muscle shock and the recovery, of course. But the whole practice of that is the daily practice of I can get through anything because I am strong up here. All of this will listen to this. And I really think that is the secret behind the way you use the cold shower. Cool. It's the fact that you're getting up and attacking something, the big scary monster that is, in this example, the cold shower, but in the next example is the audition, but in the next example is your kids are sick, or in the next example, your wife's having a bad day, and juggling that. Whatever that thing that, I don't want to deal with that yet, the cold shower, that initiative, is the daily practice of I can do anything because I got it up here.
Exactly. And once you get out of that shower, you realize that, that wasn't even that bad. And you see, I still did it. And it's like, and yeah, there is like this stuff that you said with, the skin and everything, all the benefits behind it, the mood booster behind it, all that stuff is real. But the main thing is like right when I wake up, and I've been doing this for 2 years consistently, and I still have that voice that says, I don't want to do this. You should take a warm shower because it's going to make you like more, you can get out and stretch. Those muscles need to break. Everything still goes off in my head. It doesn't just go away, but I accept that those are there. And I said, that's cool, man. We're not listening to you today. Today, we're going to start off great. It's a Monday. I want to get better. So what do I need to do? I need to get in this cold shower. Actually, where's my toothbrush? I'm going to be in there for 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, lean into it, though. Lean into it. Yeah. Find out what you don't want to do and just lean into it.
Yeah.
You'll feel great once you're done.
Now you, and I want to get into your morning practices and ritual just because I'm so intrigued by it, because I do think there are some fundamentals and anchors that I'm sure you have that do then set up the rest of your day, just as like in regards to how many hours a day you try and sleep. I know it's tough with a family. Yeah. That's something I don't have to juggle.
Sleep is real though.
But how many hours you try and prioritize, what time you try and wake up. And again, like the first 15, 20 minutes, do you check your phone first thing? Do you get on Instagram? Are you scrolling? Are you on TikTok? Walk me through that. So hours you try and sleep a night, but also how ideally you start your day. Obviously, we're both working actors. We both juggle many things and wear many hats. So every day does look a little different. But how do you ideally start your day? And also, how many reps did you do here?
21. Slow and controlled. You got it. Come on, big boy. You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, I'm grateful to have 2 babies right now. One's almost 3, Scarlet Rose, and my son, River James, is 1.5 years. So, at the moment, I'm a little bit, I don't know the correct word, all over the place as far as like time stuff. But normally I wake up, like this morning, I had a great morning. My kids weren't going crazy because sometimes, you wake up, there's puke or there's other stuff all over the room that they did, and you have to clean up. But normally you wake up, the cold shower immediately, and everything goes off. And then I get to my journal called the Green Lights Book Journal. It's on Amazon. You can check it out. It's like $15, I think. But Matthew McConaughey wrote it, and there's a bunch of questions in there, and it's just aligning you with who you are as a person and getting to the point that you know yourself like the back of your hand, and self-love is everything. And I sit down, my robe after my cold shower, and I just put the pen to the paper and I write. And I write as if no one's gonna read it. I don't have an ego writing. I don't care if it's legible. I don't care if you can read it. Like, I don't think about none of that. I'm decluttering my brain on the paper. And it's normally one question is about 2 pages. If you guys order it, you'll see it's about 2 pages. My question this morning was, in life, we sometimes find ourselves in a rut after making just one mistake, and that mistake leads to other mistakes. And next thing you know, we're in a rut. What's a rut that you've been in, and how did you get out of that rut?
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you just write, and I just wrote, and I just wrote out, and then I was like, you know what, I remember when I was 25, I was released from the NFL, I started smoking marijuana, and I didn't find that I wanted to work out. I didn't want to do anything without having to smoke my weed in the mornings. And then how I realized, well, I'm missing out on life after a few years. So I cut that completely. It wasn't something easy, but I cut that one mistake, and then it just kind of allowed myself to step into my real self. And I felt like there was so much strength in that because it was so hard to do, and it was leaving my comfort zone. And then, by week 1, week 2, it's gone. It's not even a big deal anymore. You're over it. My best friends could smoke a fat joint in front of me. I don't even care to hit it because I've already tackled that rut. So I know, so that was my journal entry this morning, just be honest with y'all and be real. But I feel like once I take a cold shower and I do my writings, I got to take care of my kids a little bit, do the morning stuff, clean the house, all that stuff. And then I go hit the gym. And that's when I'm in here getting my sweat for an hour. I love challenges in the gym. I love Stairmaster. I love rowing. I love anything that's super hard for the brain. And whatever number I say I'm going to do, I always exceed that. To tell myself whatever I think I can do more. So that's my morning.
That's dope about the green lights
Journal.
Yeah. I used to do, it's essentially a more structured morning pages. I know you guys have heard me do.
Artist Way, baby.
Yeah.
Artist Way, baby. Yeah. Julia cameras.
Yeah. So I know I've dabbled with morning pages. Again, there's such a personal thing. Something Chris has done that's really cool is he's posted some of those. And man, do you have some on your feed? Like on your actual IG feed, or have they just been stories?
No, it's just stories, honestly. Okay. It's scary to post that stuff too, because I feel like,
very vulnerable.
It's very vulnerable, and that's why I post them on my story, because I want to be vulnerable. I want to be open to the world.
Yeah.
Easier said than done.
Much easier, just because we know without backstory and preface, there's often many judgments.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what makes it difficult to share, because it means so much to you because you've lived in it for X amount of years. It means less to them because they've seen it for 7 seconds. Yeah. And you want them to relate. You want them to feel the pain or the happiness or the joy that you felt, and the cathartic experience that it is to write and storytell. And when you don't get that in return, it can damage that ego, and it can hurt you and make you feel like, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have posted that. And that's why, again, from the last thing that he touched on, that's what you have to attack and kill and master, your own ego. It is such a killer.
Yeah.
It is such a killer, man.
It is, man.
Your ego is it's just so brutal when it comes to aspirations, because it's always going to compare in a way that isn't a fair comparison. It's like apples to oranges. It just loves doing that to us. Yeah. Our ego just loves doing that to us. And again, I think it's so damaging. And I think mastering your ego is how you live freely. That's a good little, if you can just jot that down. Mastering ego is how you win your freedom. I think that's a great little sentence that you, again, can revisit later after this stream and just spend a minute or two reading it and seeing how it hits you, seeing how it bounces off and reflects and diffracts and refracts off you. Because again, I think all these tools, I think life is such a personal journey. And I think too often we look at this and we look at that and we compare and we want that instead of wanting this. And I think if you just start wanting this more than anything and taking pride and joy in this, and then all of this not only dissipates, but then it allows for you to be the artist, for you to write, for you to create. Master this, you win that. Very, very good. We're going to do some hammer incline now. I'm going to move us slightly. Let me think. Light-wise, camera still needs to be this way. But I want you guys to see what we're doing. So I'm going to blow out the background because I'm going to expose for us in the foreground. So the pretty little sun bouncing off the road is going to be blown out, but it's going to be okay. I promise you guys. Give me 2 seconds. Let me move this camera around for us. And again, we're going to do some incline hammer. And hammer is just in regard to this type of machine that we're on. It just allows for some unilateral. It mimics dumbbells, but with the safety of a machine, which I quite enjoy. Let me just get this position for us. I do want to keep the camera high, however, so in between we can still talk. Again, as you guys see, the workouts here are merely what's going on in the background. It's really the lessons that we're going over with you guys right here that I really want you to get. So if you just came for two dudes sweating on a bench. I'm sorry to disappoint. We got a little more to offer than that. So, GG's. Okay, perfect. So that is going to be about good, especially if I turn it a little more. And yeah, I hate to put us here, Chris, but that's kind of
that's where we're at.
Yeah, where we need to be. So if we're just kind of talking here, it still allows. It actually looks really beautiful on my end. I hope it looks great for you guys.
Dope.
It allows for whoever's working on the bench to still get their reps in. I'm gonna move chat so we have that. Awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out with us too. I appreciate it. You know, when I don't have people over that much, and I definitely don't have them work out with me. So you guys know this is kind of my peace, my safety. So very grateful Chris came over, but moreover, I appreciate you guys for allowing me to share this. These are, in a sense, you know, my morning pages, but you know, in real life, my morning pages practiced, if you will. What up, Lexi? What up, Kaylee? What up, Rochelle? Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Again, right here I have it slated for a 4x10, but let's be real, Chris is living his best life back there, and he's a freestyle master, and I think that's a cool thing too. As you lift and train, and you've been doing this your whole life, you feel it, and
you feel it.
And that's what we do in the gym, but that's also what we do in real life. I think too often we go by the directions too much. We live inside that box too much, and I think again, when you win your ego, you win your freedom. And that's the verbiage, and then that's it in practice. I would ask how many did, but I don't even think you really.
No, I don't know, man. You know, like you said, you kind of just feel it and roll with it.
I'm here for it, man. Yeah.
Oh, this looks great. It's a nice little setup. Man.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks really good with the lights too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We're having a good time being with each other. It's nice to connect, bro.
It is, man. It is.
It's been a minute.
So, how quickly, if we can revisit the morning, just because I'm so intrigued by that, how quickly, once you wake up, do you actually turn your shower on?
Oh yeah, get to it.
Like, do you look at your phone first thing?
I really try not to, man. I have certain emails that are VIP'd. And they make a certain sound, and there's a repeat. Like, you know, that's like the audition, the agents, the managers, that stuff.
Of course.
But I really try not to look at my phone because I feel like the outside world just wants to bring me, I don't know.
Distractions.
Distractions, stress, different. It takes me out of my present moment. I feel like I really want to get grounded. What's going on a 10?
I threw on a quarter, but it'll feel good.
Cool. But yeah, I definitely think that if you want to take in the challenge of the cold showers, that get up and get it done. Like, don't give your mind time to get in there and talk you out of it, because it will. It's designed for it, you know.
Do you wake up and feel like tired, or do you just get up and do you almost go as quickly as you can to do that?
I try to get to the shower as quickly as possible, but I do wake up all the time feeling down or not 100%. I don't just wake up and feel great. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not no machine like that. But yeah. I feel like if I can just lean into what I don't want to do, then I find that I'm like really gathering myself fast.
Do you have and I'll let you do your work.
Yeah.
He's really taking advantage of the unilateral ness that this machine provides, and doing single arm neutral grip. So almost like if you use dumbbells, just like a hammer style, opposed to, you know, the flared out elbows, or I like to keep him at 45, but nonetheless, he's got his wrist in that neutral position. That's the cool thing about this machine. It allows for both, but I suppose that's neither here nor there. But again, I just think it's essentially mastering your craft and being okay with trying new things and thinking outside the box. I am curious as to, again, because I'm going to try this cold shower thing.
Nice.
And I showed you the spa in the back. So what I used to do for a brief period of time was, when I would get done here, I would just go and get in that thing.
Yeah.
And submerge. And this was back in January, so it's pretty chilly.
Yeah.
and it was kind of like a little cold plunge for me.
Shock that system.
But I almost find that is less brutal than the shower because you are submerged and your body immediately creates like this layer of warmth right around you and warms the little water molecules around you, and it's okay. But the shower is it's just so cold and brutal, and it's not a constant. It's just beating down on you. So let's say you wake up 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Does the alarm go off? You hit stop and you just go turn the shower on cold and get in?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you don't even start off warm and then just cool it?
If you start off warm, you create a shortcut. You're not going to shock your system. And now you just create a shortcut for the whole day.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What I'm saying?
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
So yeah, don't. So just, it's okay that if you want to get in with it warm, but don't. Accept that feeling is there that I really want a warm shower. Well, you don't get one. You get a cold one, and that will boost your mood. It'll help your body. There's so many things that cold showers do. There's a guy named Wim Hof. A lot of people are familiar with him.
The breathing expert.
Yeah. A lot of people are familiar with him. He's another guy who got me breathing. Breath work is huge in my day. I do breathing exercises every single day. I use an app called Breathonics, but I started with a guy named Wim Hof on YouTube. You can check him out. But he talks about if you just get in the cold shower, when you get out, you are happy. You are gratitude. You are alive. You are so just excited about the day rather than dark and like, I don't know, I got to do this. I got to go to work. You're just joyful. And I find that that's what I really love doing is waking up and just being happy and gratitude, man.
Do you ever take a warm shower?
At night, yeah. At night, yeah. But not in the mornings, no. No. Not in the mornings, man. It's been 2 years too. It's something that I've really, what's the word? I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, that's
hard
amazing.
To say, but I'm proud of myself for that thing,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't know how you are, man. I'm hard on myself though,
Yeah.
I'm really hard on myself.
You really are, bro.
I am.
You're an animal, man.
I am. Well, dude, I want success so bad, I feel like if I show God, show the universe, whatever it is you believe in, you show that person or that, higher power how bad you want something and you're constantly sacrificing every single day, you're going to have it. It's all over you because you're doing it when no one's watching.
Yeah. Bro, step inside the studio and just look on my monitor how good this shot actually looks, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude. It looks like we're streaming from heaven. Like the gates of heaven, bro. Like the background is just...
Yeah, it looks beautiful, man.
It looks amazing, bro.
That sunlight coming in looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's really nice. Are you cool with this weight?
Yeah.
It's very manageable. It's not a heavy weight, but it feels good.
Yeah, and I'm also, I went here last time. I went here. Now I'll probably come back to here. I like to change my grip to change the target.
Yeah. Love that. So he does it set by set, essentially, it seems, or at least today he is. I'll usually do that workout to workout. So if I stay wrist here, I'll usually run that to exhaustion. And then when I come back for my next push day or next week's chest focus push day, I might rock neutral or what have you. Thank you, Faith. I like this guy's energy. He seems like a winner. Yeah, he's the real deal, man. He's the real deal. Again, it's funny. I followed him a long time ago, and I'd never met him, but I followed him. And his work ethic pissed me off because, as you guys know, I take a lot of pride in mine. I would see him going rep for rep for me, and he didn't even know I existed, but I was watching him.
Yes. Yes.
I would watch his stories, and this was before All American, so this was a long time ago. Because All American, I've been on that for about 4 years, and yeah, I would silently take it in and use it as inspiration, but it wasn't coming from a place of like, yeah, like we're both working hard. I was like, okay, well, if he's doing that, I'm gonna do this today.
For sure. Competition breeds excellence.
But then we crossed paths one evening at an event, and I saw him, and immediately I was like, that's him. And I got to say something to him. And I said, hey man, I follow you on Instagram. It was as lame as this. Hey man, I follow you on Instagram.
Oh, was it, bro? It was not lame.
And I just love the work that you do.
Yeah.
And again, the event and the way everything was set up, he could have easily just said, "Hey, cool, bro, appreciate you." And no, he turned his complete body. He shook my hand. It wasn't a dap up. No, he shook my hand. He looked me in the eyes and he said, "Thank you so much. That means so much to me." And it took me back. I was like, this guy, as much as I didn't want to like him, he was so grounded in gratitude, and man, his work ethic was just beast. And ever since then, I was like, all right, Chris is cool. Like he's my dog. But it's really cool to again fast forward a few years later when we kind of reconnected and are able to be here today. That we still want to be the hardest workers in the room.
Yeah.
We still are grounded in gratitude, and we still think that you can build the biggest building without tearing others down.
Yeah.
And that last one is a big key. Again, we're both, he may be a little taller than me, but we're both similar height, similar weight, similar build, probably go out for similar roles.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything to him or I because we've slayed our ego. And I want him to succeed and he wants me to succeed. And I think we're at a place in our career where we understand it's not always the best player playing. There's so many other aspects that are outside of our control. All we can control are our actions. We give it all our gut. We release the rest. So I think the competitiveness when you're younger is at the other players.
Yeah.
But as you mature and as you get older, you realize that's outside of your control and that's kind of irrelevant. What matters is you, your work ethic, your practices, your principles. So the competition becomes, okay, am I going to go take another cold shower today? I've done it for a year and a half. Am I going to make it 2? Okay, cool. I've streamed 90 hours this month. Am I going to make it 100? The competition becomes internal opposed to external, and it's so much healthier. And honestly, it's the only competition that matters.
Yeah. It's that self-fulfillment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful, bro. And honestly, I appreciate you even talking about how we met that night and finally got to connect. And, the feeling is 100% mutual. I see you. I see what you're doing, where you're at. It's so inspirational and so just at a point of like, you deserve it. And I see that everything you just said just a minute ago, how when I was younger, it was all about show me the best. Show me the best. I want, and it was at him rather than myself. And once I was able to focus just on myself, my actual like being, my instrument, my thing, I just started becoming more happy and more friendly. The ego left, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's the way that I think everyone should try to aim for, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We got another one of these?
Let's do one more here, and then we'll move on to shoulders.
Cool.
Thank you, Billy. Let's go. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, Lulu. Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for hanging out. I'm telling you, this VOD, it might be one that I have to rip, chop up, and let it live longer on YouTube just because we've said some really powerful, cool things that in 5 or 10 years I'll want to reference and say, I was talking about this back in 2022 with Chris, and now, we're winning this award for this film where we star alongside each other. It's really cool to see that full circle moment. But I want you guys to fact check me. And sometimes the tough thing about these live streams is they only last 3 months archived on Twitch and then they disappear. So some of the things we say, I need to last for 300 years, okay? So we might, again, have to chop this up and let it live longer, not only so it can be impactful longer, but so I can reference this because it's cool when I see people who have the ability to be fact-checked. And again, I've been doing this for, now I can actually say 31 years since I had my birthday yesterday. But I'm really proud of the life that I've led, the lessons I've learned, the love I've given. I'm honored for the love that I've received. Again, I just want some of these really cool moments in time where we have these cool full circle things to almost live as my own little scrapbook. This is the first time I've ever worked out with this guy, and I've known him for years. I've followed him for even longer, but it's cool. And again, I'll probably have to chop this up and so it can live longer on YouTube because it's been really good. I'm gonna do one more set, and then
man.
we'll move on into some shoulder press on this little bench.
Cool. Yes,
Cool. So we've gone over your backstory. We've gone over your morning rituals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask a question, and obviously, be as vague as you want because it's personal, because it's family.
Oh, yeah. I'm all truth, baby. I love it. I love that type of stuff. So.
And for those watching, again, hopefully you're not just seeing us work out. Hopefully you're not seeing us talk about acting and training principles. Hopefully you're getting the holistic picture that we're trying to paint. But how challenging and difficult is it to continue to be the man in the arena while being married, having a girl, and having children? And again, for those listening, don't hear a man speaking about a relationship and a family if perhaps that's not the question that you have. Maybe those quote unquote stresses, and I know they're a blessing, but sometimes it's both. Let it be your job that is challenging sometimes. Let it be your schoolwork. Let it be your math test this Friday. Again, be really, really expansive, folks, with your thinking, because there's so much here that if you can start piecing all of these things together, you're going to be better for it. But Chris, for you specifically, because those are two things that you love you would give up your life right this moment for those three people. How do you balance still being driven and working hard and not letting those things be distractions or take away? How do you allow, and again, no disrespect by saying things, how do you allow those beautiful people to propel and not distract or take away from the work that you know that must be done? How do you balance that with time, but also with energy and love?
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, I'm grateful to have a partner that is actually like my best friend, and I've waited a long time to have somebody be so present with me and loving. So I'm grateful for my lady. I have two beautiful, healthy kids that are so fun, so crazy. But yes, with everything, the schedule, it gets overwhelming at points for sure. But I try to bring myself back to when I'm writing in my journal in the mornings or at nights, whenever I'm writing, gratitude. What am I grateful for right now? My relationship, my two kids, my art. I found something that I love doing, and I'm actually in the hunt of mastering that art. Yes, I don't have the job that I necessarily want, but I'm in the hunt, and I'm actually striving to push myself day by day to get better and better, and to really try to master the thing that I set out to master. So if there's points where I get overwhelmed, where my kids are sick, I got an audition, and my lady's not having a good day, or whatever the case may be, I just find myself gathering. I'm like, okay, this will pass. This isn't permanent. This is just a moment. So what can I do in this very moment? Okay, let's take it one step by one step. What's my immediate attention and focus? What has to be done now? Two kids are sick. I have to take care of them. Okay, let me take care of them. What's next? The audition is due in 24 hours. I have to knock it out sometime in the morning or midday. Okay, let me set that up. And come back to my girl. Let me set this up. You just take it one step by one step, but constantly find yourself with gratitude and grateful, because whatever circumstance you're in right now, someone is in a way worse circumstance. Someone's in a wheelchair with no legs and no love around them. Remember that, because that's real.
That's real.
That's real. There's parents out there that are in Ukraine that I've watched had to give their kid a bag of toys and hang it around his neck and send him on his way to walk. Like there's real challenges in the world that my little thing that's going on in my home, my two kids, my audition, doesn't mean anything. It's not that big a deal. Relax. Calm yourself. This moment will pass. Take it one task for one task. Figure out what's immediate, what has to be done immediately. Attack that. Drink lots of water. Don't drink caffeine when you're getting overwhelmed. Don't drink caffeine. It'll overwhelm you even more. Instead, water, sit down on the floor, ground yourself, and just plan. Plan of action, one by one by one. And this moment will pass. If you're having a great moment, that moment will pass. Whatever is there that day, it's not coming to stay. It's coming to go through you and leave. So just accept it.
Yeah. I love
Did that answer your question?
It did,
okay.
man.
I don't know. I kind of just rambled there. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one more.
Okay, sure. The 2 points that I took from that, you guys know I like to take things that are seemingly a feast and break them down into bite-sized morsels so that you can pack them for a snack later, or you can enjoy them now. And something that I'm going to put in my notes just when it comes to stress, I'm going to say perspective and prioritize. Because I think those are essentially the two things, the two outstanding answers that I found in all that. So when he has a bunch of stress, or when we all have stress, it's important to first gather and gain perspective and realize that deep breath, we're going to get through this. And then also, okay, cool. Now that I've calmed myself, what do I need to prioritize? What is my next single step? Not my next 100 steps. What's my next single? Okay, cool. In that case, make sure my kids are okay. Okay, what's next? Make sure my lady's okay. Okay, what's next? We have an audition. Cool. Where does that fit in? Cool. That's going to be there. So you start prioritizing and placing the different events. And again, not only did I just set that up for you in a bite-sized way, that's how you need to attack your stress and your problems. Don't allow them to overwhelm you and just appear as this giant feast. You can break it down. Again, perspective to calm, prioritize to bite-size. Notes, notes, notes. Cool. Now I'm going to move these cameras and we're going to do some shoulder press on a little short back bench that I have. So give me 2 seconds, get a drink of water for me to move these cameras, and we're just going to keep on rolling. Great stuff, bro.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's a nice space, especially with your energy, man. It's nice just to connect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Really
yeah, off camera, bro. Good stuff, man.
I love it, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Cool, let me move this around.
What do you need?
I'm just going to move this out of our way.
Okay.
And I think I'm essentially just going to move the camera here. All I got to do is pull us back a little bit. Again, still going to keep us tall. Just so for speaking purposes, whoever's speaking is properly framed. Crank that down a touch. Get this out of our way. Move this here. That works for me. Joe's not in the camera. Bench is going to be here working. Talker will be here. Perfect. Cool, cool. So that's essentially it for chest. I mean, I know we're going to hit some dips, slow and controlled, with some push-ups. But as far as like weight-wise,
yeah,
just, 2 nice and easy working sets. And then we'll get into some shoulder pressing.
It also helps if you have a partner to help you with. They can help with certain things. Yeah, absolutely. You got to make sure you have a best friend right there who's rooting for you to have a good day. I feel like if you have that, you're already winning. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate y'all. Such a beautiful day, man. We're finally getting into that fall weather. Cool breeze. It's nice.
Dude, it really is so nice. That's on 40, but it feels good. Adjust as you need.
Cool.
That's awesome, Breezy. That's awesome, Faith. Love that, Faith. That's really good. Thank you, Lexi. Yeah, it's one of my favorite. I love these life and lifting series.
Oh, yeah.
How many, I know it's tough because it's out here in LA. How long, you've been in LA for?
Got here February 2016. What is that, 6 years, 6.5, almost 7?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, now's the time, bro.
Yeah.
Now's the time. That's when,
you get it. That's when something happens. 6 to 8.
Yeah.
No matter what in life. Think about how long doctors have to go. How long? 7 years.
Yeah.
Attorneys, 7 years.
Yeah.
Everything's like 7 years, bro.
Yes, bro.
So I feel something's coming
Yeah.
to transition
Yeah.
from this to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm so glad you said that before, because I kept digging when I got here, and I was like, how long? How long?
Yeah.
And it's always when you're about to break. It's always
Yeah.
when someone was like, I was about to quit.
Yeah.
And this thing, a audition came through. I didn't even care, and I did it. Now my
Yeah.
life's forever changed.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's such a good time. You're right there. I mean, even me, I feel like I'm right there. I feel like All American's going to go 5 or 6, and then come to a graceful end. We hope, and then
something.
And I hit my 10-year anniversary, November 28th.
Wow.
I will have been out here for 10 years, which is coming up in like a month and a couple days. So yeah, but I got All American right at that 6-year mark, and changed my life forever. And there's just something so beautiful between that 6 and 8 of just that daily discipline. And again, people get hard on themselves after like a year or 2, and it just doesn't work that way.
It does not work like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's with anything, no matter what profession. Though, if you're chasing it for the paycheck or the, in our profession, it's the fame. If you're chasing it for those reasons, you're never going to make it.
Yeah.
Because just in our profession, it's like, I'm going to give you this script and some sides. Go sit in your car for 2-3 hours by yourself. If you don't love it, you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
But if you love it and it's like inspiring to you and you feel like this detective, it has to find these clues. Then it's like, oh, this is active. This is fun.
Yeah.
Let me go park in a good spot where I can look at the sunset or overlook the city and be reading and then taking it in. And, it's like this nice, fun, organic thing.
Yeah. And I'll speak to that directly just because I'm curious as to your process. Again, let you bang these out as I'm still talking. But as an artist, which hopefully you guys own the fact that you are, I think all human beings create and storytell and communicate, and therefore we are all artists. But in regards specifically to the scripted work that you and I do, which are the auditions and are the TV shows and films, what does it look like? I know, just because I'm seeing from your stories, you are very much a note taker when it comes to a script. I'll show up to an audition sometimes, and guys will have just completely blank sides. You're the guy that has more notes on it than anyone. So how do you create those backstories? What common ground do you try and find? How do you prepare? How do you go about taking words on a page and turning that into something special? And also, right before you answer, he has an amazing audition clip that he posted on his Instagram. I am Chris Boudreau. If we can tag that one more time, Greg. Check it out after the stream. It's so good, and there's so many layers. And he takes this thing called a zipper. I want to say that's got two sides to it, and it's such a beautiful layered performance, and that's so hard to do, especially in an audition, because you are just standing in front of a blue screen, and you got some words a day or two before, and what do you bring to it? So how do you get that performance? How do you dig that deep? How do you find all those layers just from a page or two of sides? Like, just kind of what's your process once you get email, new audition? Walk me through that.
Yeah, so email script that comes through. I read the script once, then I read it twice and look for what people are saying about me, what everyone else is saying about me, or how I answer to certain circumstances. And then the third time I really go through and like take notes and write things down, write what's happening, maybe a periodic order, a timeline, write a timeline out if that helps. But then I really just try to, who is this person? Where did he grow up? What class was he in? Was he middle class? Like, you know what I mean? Where did was he gated communities? Was he the streets?
Yeah.
What else? And then I try to define who the relationships I'm having around me are. What do I need in that circumstance? Those are really big things for me, relationship and need, and dive farther into the need than you think you can go, and dive farther into relationships farther than you can go. And I like to journal them out and write them as if I am that person. And then after that, I'll go to the sides of the audition. I try to stay away from the sides as long as possible. Wow. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because if not, your eyes are going to go to the words, and don't do the words before you do the person. Make the person first. And then once you have all that drawn out, then you can really slide into, okay, where am I right now? Okay, I'm here. Okay, what do I need right now? What do I really need?
Yeah.
And what's at stake if I don't get it?
Right.
I need it.
Yeah.
Who am I talking to?
Yeah.
What do I really think about them? What do I love about them? What do I hate about them?
Yeah.
What's my history with them?
Yeah.
And then from there, I'll read the sides a bunch of times. I'll never say it out loud because I don't want to dig myself a rut. So I'll just constantly read them with I'm not going to say it like this. I'm just reading as a storyteller, just reading it. I'm picturing it. And then I might put like what's the word? I'll realize, where is that person coming from? I'll put something in the beginning of where is this person coming from? But sometimes you don't get a script.
Right.
So you don't know where this person's coming from.
Right.
So then I have to be like, okay, I'm going to create something which is powerful for me to jump off of. My jumping point is powerful.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Rusty, which you saw, I gave myself the gift that my drug guy went to jail Thursday. He doesn't get out till Tuesday. This is Saturday night, and I've never not had drugs. So this was 3 days of a druggie not having drugs, and this guy shows up at my doorstep. And that's why I was so excited to see him, because he always has drugs, and he's at my doorstep. And even though I'm like, what are you doing out here, man? It's 12 o'clock. Why you coming to my house? It's fishy, but I know what you got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Give yourself the gift of that person's circumstance. So I do that. Doesn't mean it's right, but it's a choice, and I'm making a bold choice.
Yeah.
And then after I read it a bunch, I sit with it, I marinate it, I journal as him or whatever, and then when I get to the audition place, that's when I'll break it down, Amy Linda style. What's my beginning? What's my middle? What's my end? Why am I transitioning from beginning to the middle and then the middle to the end? What's my key line in here? What's like the main thing I'm focused on?
Yep.
And then just drop it.
Yeah.
Drop it, bro. And I'm working off of my self-tape reader guy right here.
Yeah.
And then we'll do one take, and then I stay in it, and I keep just riffing off of him.
Yeah.
And I stay story, and I'm just like, dude, I just don't think you see me. I don't think you get it. I haven't had drugs in 3 days, and you just show up here. It's kind of weird, man. I mean, why are you here? I don't know, bro, but do you have it? Come on, don't mess with me. Do you have? And I'll just stay in the story and play, so I feel so connected and I feel loose. And then I'll just let the camera roll, and then we'll just jump back into it.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone has their own little thing. I feel like that's what I gravitate towards the most.
Yeah.
You know, is if I do the homework as the person, I kind of give myself the freedom of understanding, like, no, this is fact. This is real. I don't have to put something on. This is the organic truth. Which is what we seek, right?
Yeah. Brilliant there. Just some keynotes that I heard. He loves backstory, so he tries to figure out where they're coming from, the moment before, if you will. He loves to define the relationships, and he loves to check out the stakes. He does all of that before he even gets into the lines, because he knows that within the lines, there is subtext, and that is what he is trying to find within those three components that I just listed: the backstory, the relationships, and the stakes. That gives him the subtext. The words on the paper are merely just that for him. He knows that there's so much emotion behind that. That is what, as an artist, as an actor, you're trying to find. So again, you can expand upon that and apply it to your own lives of figuring out where do you come from? Who are your relationships? What are the stakes if you don't get your goals and dreams? All that matters before you even get into the tasks.
Yeah.
The energy that you bring into your daily activities matters. The passion, the love, all of that. And you need to check in with yourself and get all of those clues that will help you solve the problem that is coming short of your goals, coming short of your dreams. So again, hopefully you guys heard us speak slightly on acting with specifics. However, again, I want us to condition our minds so that everything works for us, not against us. We don't have time necessarily to just focus on one component of life. We only have 24 hours in a day, so we need every hour to make us a better human being. I think if we level up the human being that we are, we become a better actor, we become a better friend, we become a better storyteller, we become a better X, whatever that X is. But it all starts from leveling up from within so that we can do more as we reach out and do all that good stuff. So anyway, really, really cool process, bro. I love that so much. There's so much good in that. And I too, just so you know, I too have a very similar process.
Yeah.
I think it's different because for the past 4 years, I haven't auditioned.
Yeah.
Necessarily. Maybe a few here or there, but a lot of it is, it'll come in, I'll tell my team, if put in an offer.
For sure.
Just straight to direct.
Yeah.
And while that's cool and all, there's so much magic that is in the tools that you are sharpening through the auditioning. That's when the tools are really getting sharpened.
Yeah.
Because I've been playing J.J. Parker now for 5 seasons.
That's a long time.
And I don't have to do that homework.
Yeah.
I get my script, and just the nature of the network that we're on, and the nature of how deep the lines actually are, you layer it as best you can. But when you've been in a character for so many years, it's less of a deep dive. You almost are just there.
Yeah.
Because you have to stay true to who you were 4 years ago. See, I'm a much better actor now. But the baseline of where JJ lived, we still have to have that same energy, that same way of speaking, that same everything, or it doesn't match season to season, even episode to episode. It can be weird.
Yeah.
So you have to find it and hope that whatever you found 4 years ago can still play truthful today.
Yeah.
So it's weird and cool, and I hope you get the opportunity to live in a character for 4 years, because it's going to make your acting a component of it evolve in a way that without living in a character for 4 years, I don't think you have the honor or privilege of doing. And then on the flip, being in that audition process, getting new characters that you're constantly working, like it makes you so much better at that process.
Yeah, it's a different beast.
Totally.
It's a different beast, you know?
Totally.
But that's beautiful. You get to explore someone for so many years. All
Yeah.
the little tasks, little challenges, little lessons learned. That's beautiful, man.
It is, and it's really cool. But also it can be the redundancy and boredom of your 9 to 5 that you hate so much, and you can go to work with your eyes closed and do the task, and still be best employee of the month, but you are not necessarily getting better. That's why I've taken upon myself to be one of the top streamers on Twitch, and run my clothing company and do all of these other areas, because I needed to be pushed. And sometimes you have to look outside of one thing that you're doing and find other things that allow you to push. So for example, if you are in that 9 to 5 and it's not the best, but you need it right now and you're locked into that, you still have to find other areas in your life that push you, because you can't remain stale and complacent.
Yes.
It's just death.
Yes.
You cannot.
Very correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the journey of it, though, right? That's the beautiful thing of life, is if you keep getting better and better, it keeps it fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, something I really go back and talk about is that, you know, when you are playing a video game as a kid, you beat it on beginner. What do you go back and do? Beat it on novice, right? Or you beat it on hard, or sometimes you skip that and go to expert. And then why is it hard? Because the one level that you just breezed right through, now all of a sudden you can't make it through that level. So you have to really try. And how do you do that? Trial and error, failure.
Yeah.
Find happiness in failure.
Yeah.
Because it's leading you to success.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I love that, though.
Yeah. I know we haven't been reading chat too much, but again, when I'm in here with another master, it's fun for us to just have these conversations, and you guys essentially be a fly on the wall, and just kind of see how we move, interact, how we work, how we play off each other.
No ego, though. You know, that's something I love being around you for, bro. There's no ego with you.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Likewise.
Oh, yeah, I'm done. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Last thing. We'll do a couple sets of lateral raises in this same setup.
Cool.
And then dips, and then we're out of here.
I think I'm gonna lose this. I'm getting pretty hot.
Yep.
Take this.
So I'll stay relatively light here. I think these are like 26 pounds.
Cool.
But I absolutely love laterals. And like I was saying, I kind of do them funky, where I almost like have this hollow back, and just over kind of accentuate the lateral portion of the movement. But I love these, bro.
Yeah, that's nice. I see what you're hitting. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, it feels so good, man. Especially with kettlebells.
That's nice. That dead weight hanging.
Yeah. Did about 10.
Is this cool right here? I don't want to hurt your equipment. Is that cool right there?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
So you kind of leaned here.
Yeah, I literally touch them like behind my back.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was leaning even further back.
You're leaning like this?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's different. Dude.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, it really hits medial head.
Oh, yeah, that's different. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's good.
I love that. I think I'm going to steal this from you.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's real weird.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What are those? What are these? These 15s, 20s?
26.
26. Oh, that's why. Okay. Oh, what are these, dude?
Yeah.
Big boy weight.
Yeah. Sorry if we were a little blown out there. But yeah, so I again really just like back here. So hips are like fully forward and these are like able to touch. Boom.
Oh, okay. I see what you. Okay. Yeah, that's tough. Man, you're building up here, ain't you, bro?
Yeah.
You're building up there. I like that. That's nice. You wearing XLs?
Nah.
You're pumping them XLs, aren't you? Yeah, it's really putting isolation back there. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then I'll even like flex as we
Yeah.
talked about earlier. Boom. And then just kind of shake it out. Again, just trying to get as much blood into the medial head as possible.
So together. That?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to be that grip. You can stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's hard.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like that's really hard. I feel like I use 10 pounds and I just go like to 25 and I'm super slow on the outside. I start here and I go like out there.
Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah.
This is definitely a builder. I'm definitely overweighted on these. Do you have lighter ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you're just a little bit too heavy there for me, buddy.
Yeah, I have when I bring them out
I'm a
real
big
quick.
believer in slow and controlled, and yeah, this man's pushing some big weight right here, so it shows, man. He's stacked up here. Such a beautiful day. I hope wherever you guys are right now, you're enjoying your day. It's beautiful to be alive. It's beautiful.
These are 18s.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you're here, and then you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's definitely more me.
Yeah. Yeah, good. I love lateral work.
Yeah, it makes you wide as a door. Look at you.
Yeah.
You're getting wide, man.
Yeah.
They're moving you to fullback soon.
I like the capped. Like your delts are so capped. So like I just like that look so much.
Yeah, I feel like that's it's like that Iron Man thing, right? You know, like that outward shoulder.
Yeah.
That it carves the frame really well.
Yeah.
You doing 10? How many doing?
Yeah, roughly.
About
Yeah,
10?
yeah.
Did you feel like when you were doing your work back in the day, your 6-7 year mark, was there a certain moment that shifted for you into this like gratitude, but just grounded self? Did you ever feel that?
Believe it or not, dude, I got to where I'm at today mentally. A huge propeller and shift for me was Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is the platform that I'm streaming on now. And it was the community on there.
Yeah.
In a very negative way. So the community now is amazing. But it started off as fans. Fans of the fame.
Yeah.
That was JJ Parker.
Yeah.
That was the character. And I'm such a guy who wears his heart on his sleeve, and I want to be accepted and appreciated for Hunter Clowdus. And I wasn't. I would have people that would just want me to say their name just because it was this clout thing. And I'm really big on character.
Oh, yeah.
So my heart and my ego were really hurt because I'd spent at that time 27 years trying to work on the character that is Hunter Clowdus.
Yeah.
I'd only spent one on this character, JJ Parker, and the world loved this character more than me. and it hurt me. And I would try and again share and show my heart with people, and it would fall on deaf ears. I would try and give them the lessons. I would try and give them this,
Yeah.
and it didn't matter. They just wanted it for the clout. They just wanted to be associated with the fame that seemingly I had possessed. And that was a big shift for me, where I had to realize that I need to
Adjust.
adjust.
For sure.
Yeah.
Evolve, adjust, for sure.
Yeah, and I coined this little phrase of seeking affirmations from my actions, not my acknowledgments. So once more, seeking affirmations from my actions, not my acknowledgments. So it didn't matter the praise that I was getting. It was, am I handling the process that is right here?
Yeah.
And through realizing that everything that I thought I wanted was right here.
Yeah.
I matured in a way that I never had before. And I had a different appreciation for this.
Yeah.
And for this and for it was like, oh, if I just take care of this, it's all going to be okay. And I think it goes back to the same approach that you take, with your cold showers. It's just the breathing, the relaxing, the knowing that I'm enough. If I show up, I am enough.
Yeah.
And I can handle anything. So it wasn't necessarily, I guess the moment was, again, becoming famous in a sense and being so hurt by fans.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds like such a
No, it doesn't.
crazy
No, it doesn't. It sounds
answer.
real. It sounds real, man. It's
But-
real life, though. You know, you
Yeah.
went to this level, and something shifted in you at that level, and you adapted, evolved, and you grew through it.
Yeah, and I think the keynote, and I know as I don't want to discount it, so I need to stop saying as silly as it sounds. It just is what it is. But it was the hurt. It was me being hurt by fans
That you gave love for, that you gave love to, and then that you were met with not love. Yeah, dude. Hey, man, you're human, dude.
that was
And
it,
that's
bro.
real, though. And that's powerful, owning that truth. And as men, it's becoming more acceptable to be vulnerable, to be open. And our younger version selves, those 22-year-olds, we would never admit that. We would never go through that with this. But that's what I feel the world needs, is true, like, love, true empathy, true, like, hey, this hurt me. Your actions hurt me. I don't like that. That's not what I wanted to bring to you. I wanted to bring you love. So lean into that,
Yeah.
man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, 100%.
It's beautiful, dude.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you opened up about that.
Yeah.
What's your dream role? The role that you like just see yourself, that's before this whole end ride of life ending, you do. What's that dream role? That big one.
My dream role is having a wife and kids.
You'll get that.
You'll
You'll get that.
That is why I'm playing the game. That is why I'm here. That is what all this is building towards. I'm learning and I'm growing.
Yeah.
And I'm developing the love that I'm able to give. And I'm not there yet, but I'm slowly becoming a man that I do want to share and give to someone one day, and then teach little ones lessons and love. So that's my ultimate dream role. As it pertains to this current industry and career that I'm in, titled acting, man.
There's a lot.
You know, for the longest, I've said James Bond.
Yeah.
I think it's less the title, but more the fact that it allows me to be suave and slick with my mental, but also bring a physical component to the work.
Yeah.
That fascinates me. I do think that I have a nice athletic package that is part of the product that I bring to the table.
For sure.
So I do want roles that require that physical component.
Yeah.
But also aren't overpowered and overshadowed by the physical component. meaning I don't want to book a role just because
For sure.
I'm built well.
For sure.
I want a lot going on up here. So maybe like, I don't know if you remember the Bourne Identity series with Matt Damon. Yeah. So something again that like allows me to be smart and witty and tactical, but also
putting this to use.
Yeah.
So all these hours are coming in. You're spending here. Yeah. That's beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
Such fun in that too, you know?
Yeah.
There's so much fun in that. As regards to the relationship in kids, man, and I'll say this. You don't find your partner looking for them. You find your partner when you're working on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the more you're working on yourself, and the more you're really building this thing from inside out, that's when you meet your soulmate. You know what I mean? That's when you meet your partner. And when you meet them, be so brutally honest, like truthfully honest. The more honest you can be with them and the more vulnerable and the more open, that will show them that they can do it too. And that kind of just forms you guys. And it's this beautiful companionship and partnership. And you just want to spend each other's day making the other person's day beautiful. You know what I mean? Whether it's leaving the water in the coffee pot and putting the pod right there with the cup. So all I have to do is push the button. Little things like that, you know?
Yeah.
Seem like just little things that just makes their day better.
Yeah.
And they feed off of it and they give it to you. And next thing you know, you have this partner that truly cares about your day. And that's when you really just are like, oh, I'm so grateful.
Yeah,
you know?
bro. Yeah, bro. Believe it or not, Chad, it's actually really funny. That, out of all the things, that gave me chills because it's something that I believe in so much. And that is, you don't find your partner looking for them. You find your partner discovering yourself. And it's when you work on yourself and you work on leveling up what you bring to the table. You work on being the man or woman in the arena. That is when you get to a place where you find the like minds, where you find relationships that work and coincide and act as supplements and act as catalysts to each other, which is exactly what he said. And that's what the relationship becomes. And I just think that that's so real and raw and beautiful and fact checkable. So all the things I love, that was wonderful. Cool. We'll be done with those. Last thing we got, bro, are dips and push-ups.
Nice.
So we'll bang those out. Just throw these to the side for now. Yeah. I would go out on a limb and say your dream role would look similar.
Yeah. You know, I mean, but I do, you know, the James Bond, the slick and all that. I have found that, and you know, this is me just being brutally honest.
Yep.
Ever since I was a kid and I walked into banks, I wondered how to.
Oh, I love where this is going.
So any type of role that goes against society or against the grain, I love those. So, you know, the rusty role or any type of dark role, I love it, dude. The muddier it gets, the more I'm so turned on by it. It just activates me because it's opposite of my daily life, right?
Yeah.
I have 2 babies. I have a girl. We go on walks. We have nice. It's all butterflies and rainbows.
Yeah.
So when it comes to my work, I want to go as far as from that as I can.
Yeah.
So a 180 of that is where I want to go. So I would like the role that's, you know, I'll say this with ease, but destroy the day.
Yeah.
To destroy the day, not necessarily save it. But I think I would bring empathy and vulnerability to that role, not anger.
Yeah.
Because anger is a top surface thing. Beneath that is sadness, hurt, and pain.
100%.
I would lead with that.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it more intriguing, right?
Yeah.
Because if I tell you you're going to play a bad guy, you think, oh, Crow's a man. Right. But if I tell you the guy's, prime example, the movie Hostage with Bruce Willis, Ben Foster.
Yep.
Ben Foster on paper, his character was psycho, right?
Yeah.
Watches people die, all this. He does the whole movie almost crying.
Yeah.
His role is almost crying every time. And what's that do to us as the audience? Like, oh my God, this guy's so twisted and gone. And it's weird. I kind of feel for him. It's weird that I feel for him. You know? I think those type of roles are so beautiful and so just like, I want to dive into those. So that's probably somewhere along those lines.
Wow. And just from the work I've seen you do, man, it's coming.
Thanks, man.
Because you play that so well,
bro.
It, dude. You play it so well. And there's almost this like unhinged energy that you bring, but it doesn't come from malicious thoughts. It comes from the desire to be loved, the desire to understand, the desire to be heard. But the way you're able to wrap all of that up and still do the lines and still bring the intimidating, the bad, the angry, the mad, but do it in a way that we do feel compassion towards is amazing work, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
receiving that. And I really appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited for the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, right? You don't even know where it's going to be. That's
Yeah.
what's so fun about it.
Yeah.
I used to feel like I wanted to control it. Now I'm just like, I accept you, man. Just bring it, whatever that may be or when that may be.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
I think that goes along with life too, though, you know? So for all your fans, your people viewing in on this, I think whatever profession you're in, to not focus on, I need to get the result. I need to get the thing. I need to have it. Just love the grind, man. Love it. It's so fun. It's so beautiful what we get to do every day. We're alive. We're breathing. We're on this place in the solar system that shouldn't exist, you know, at the perfect spot from the sun. So it's not like setting us on fire, and we have this moon that's keeping us spinning so we can have a day. Like it's all so random and weird, and that it works so beautifully and organic. I try to just step back and be like, this is dope. The fact that I'm here is dope. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
It sounds strange and weird, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I've really leaned into that in my 30s. You know, I've really just been like, man, this is so dope to be alive.
Yeah. Make sure all that feels good. I did 10 there, and then I laid it down and did 20 push-ups. Push-ups were killer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really had me tired.
What supplements do you take?
Right now, I do take a pre-workout. Flip it back. Yeah. I take a pre, and I'll drink a protein shake every now and then.
Do you do food after your workouts? Or do you do protein shake?
Depends on how lazy I am or how long I wait till afterwards.
I got you.
A lot of variables. Ideally, I actually have this awesome drink that I do. Aren't those absolutely
Dude,
brutal?
these are brutal.
Yeah, I don't even know got these big, strong men struggling to do push-ups. I did 20, and it took it out of me. Good stuff. Good. That was 20, yeah?
I don't know.
Yeah, close enough.
Yes, definitely close enough. I stopped counting at around 12, 13.
Perfect. Yeah, let's try and run these true because they're tough. So let's try and do 10 and 20 and just
run through them? Cool.
Yeah. The dips are quite easy.
Yeah.
But those push-ups are brutal.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I just do Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard, that whey protein.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I just put, the oats, a little bit of maca, some chia seeds.
Yeah, you do creatine or no?
Nah.
Really?
Nah. It gets me too big, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's the opposite of what I'm trying to do. I've been trying to cut down for a long time, and I try to not get too big. Otherwise, I'll blow up, man. I spent too many years that big anyways. With football and everything.
Brutal, bro.
You got it.
12, 13. Goodness gracious.
Oh, yeah.
14. 15.
5 more. Just count the 5. Yeah. There's the last one. You got one more. One more. Come on, you got one more.
Hey.
Yeah.
We got 5 sets here.
That's tough right there, dude.
5 sets here.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's the incline that you sit it at. I think it targets exactly what we just hit.
It's nice, bro. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. Let's go.
Wall.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Tough.
Yeah.
Real tough.
Yeah. That 10 to 13, we hit a wall, bro.
You just hit a state. Dude, stop.
Whew. All right. Oh, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to tilt this down just so you guys, because we got to focus on this right now. We're not going to get it.
Yeah, that's the angle too, man. The angle that you're sitting at is, it's a tough angle. This angle and this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no, we're down here struggling. All right, here we go.
Here you go. You got 20.
Yep.
It's 4 5s.
All right. 30, 40, 50, 16.
There you go.
17, 18.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. We're getting this working. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, 12, 8 to go. 3 to go. One. Good. Good.
Man, that's no joke, dude.
I know, bro.
That's that, dude. I've never felt it like that. That's that angle that this sits at. Is so like
It's nice.
It's like a weird incline, but like I don't know what angle is that? Is that an incline or decline? It's like a weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be incline. But yeah.
All right. Oh, man.
Almost there.
Yep. This and then one more.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Explode. Yeah. There it is. Explode. There it is. There it is.
Nope. One more.
Nice.
Sheesh. Hey, we working, baby. We working. Working. Yep. 1, 2,
Why is it the 10?
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
17.
17.
I got 17. 16, come on. 2.
Yeah.
You got one more?
Last set, best set.
Oh, man.
Last set, best set. Bro, we were looking, we have some goofy form on these push-ups, bro.
Oh, yeah. What form, bro? What form, bro? There's no form. This is the failure, though. I love it, man. This is where true strength comes from, though, bro.
Yeah.
Is when you're completely done and tapped out, and you keep pushing past that barrier.
Yeah.
Just like in life, you know?
Yeah.
It's just you taking it to the part where you got nothing left in the tank, and you're just exhausted. Form goes off a little bit, everything goes off a little bit, but you're just pushing through the mud. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. 5. 10.
30.
Oh yeah, you got in there. 15. You got it.
17, 18, 19, 4, 4, 4.
Here you go. Nice. Nicely done. Found some strength there at the end, though.
Yeah, I calmed it down.
Yeah, you did.
I took that cold shower.
Yeah, you did something. Something came out there.
Relax the mind, control the breathing. Yes, sir. $15 to go. $16, $17, $18. Good, good. Stay up. 2. 1, 2. Good shit, bro.
Nicely done, man. Nicely done.
Yes, sir.
That was rough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That end part was rough.
Yes, sir. Woo. Good stuff, man. Boom. Boom. That is the workout. Says 2 hours over here. I'll take it. I'll take it because you know we talked a lot through it, but getting 2 people through the sets kind of offsets some of the rest time. But realistically, getting after it for a solid hour and a half, and yeah, I think that's what it looks like when you're chasing all these things. If you are not pushing for your goals and dreams at that level, then good luck, because that's what you're leaning on. You are leaning on a prayer and luck, and I don't think we're meant for that. I think we're meant to work, and I think we're meant to own our 2 hands and our heartbeat. I think we're meant to discover the power that we have up here.
Yeah.
And when we lean into that, as we've said many times today, that is when the truth is exposed, and dare I say, the power is found. And I just think it's so imperative that we do that, and not just in the gym. It's easy to show you in the gym because we can show you in 2 hours. It'd be hard to watch a 31 year long stream, okay? But it's these principles and these practices and these fundamentals, these incremental steps that Chris and I have applied throughout our 3 decades of life that have us here today. And again, I just hope and pray and implore you guys to double down on yourself. And again, this VOD will be up on Twitch, but also I've made the decision I'm going to chop it up and post a really long YouTube video, but it needs to live. So you guys can reference this anytime. But I'll speak on behalf of both of us because I'm pretty comfortable with saying who I am. I think I'm one of the best to do it, and so is Chris. He might be a little more humble in his delivery, but I fact check his work, and he's the real deal. He checks out. So honored to share this space with you, bro. You absolutely brought it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I got your back no matter what you're going through, and I look forward to the next few years. We got to run another one back.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Even if we do this on like a bi-monthly or once every few months, on stream or off.
Yeah.
This is good for you and I.
For sure. I need this. I miss this.
Yeah.
It's rare out here.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to have this space with you in this time, man. And this is beautiful. And I think the knowledge that you passed here today, that we passed here today, is really like some juicy stuff. People sit in it, and take actions from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, dude.
100%, brother.
Can't thank you enough.
Yeah, man.
God bless you, man. And that's going to do it for this stream. Again, I am Chris Boudreau on Instagram. Anything else you want to tell the people? Let them know.
Hey, man, we're just two humans right here chasing our dreams and our goals, but it starts with just one choice. We're not Superman here. We don't wake up with just this energy. It's just one task after another. Push yourself through those tasks and enjoy the day. Enjoy your journey. God bless you all. I hope to meet you all soon. Cheers.
Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching the stream, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.